and welcome to Sports by Compion. My name, of course, is Stephen Compion. We are having a UFC episode here today, and that is why I'm joined here by Christopher motherfucking Compion.
What's
up, dude? How you doing today?
I'm chilling. Happy to talk about some fights and some violence and some stuff.
There was violence that took place this previous weekend, and there's violence that is going to take place this coming weekend, Christopher.
Let's hop into the Jon Jones Cyril Gane fight, because that's... Oh, what did I just do?
Perfect, yeah. Let me just go ahead and share this with you so you can see my screen now, right?
That's pretty big. Yeah.
Oh, we lost Chris's camera briefly here. But yes, we are going to be recapping UFC 285, which was where Jon Jones made his resurrection.
Yes, Jon Jones came back after 3 years of being away from the sport with all kinds of Jon Jones stuff, which only he gets up to.
You can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Beautiful,
yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, dude, he just completely bum rushed Cyril Gane, took him right down, just like smoked him in a minute. It was just like total domination.
Bummer for that Cyril Gane guy that he happened to get put in there with Jon.
Well, he's actually a really good heavyweight. He just recently fought for the title. He's a European. I think he's French. He's a really good kickboxer, as those Europeans tend to be.
Oh, he's French?
Yeah.
So he's used to tapping and surrendering then, huh?
Oh, fired! Yeah, so anyway, Jon Jones rolled and smoked him, and Daniel Cormier was super mad about it, because he still doesn't like Jon Jones. They probably still don't like each other. But
That's shocking to me, Christopher. I'm truly shocked by that news.
I know. You call the guy a pussy on national TV, and he still doesn't like
it. Proceed to kick his ass a couple times in the ring in front of all his friends.
Twice, that's right.
In front of all his friends.
And family.
And family, yeah, no. And the whole nation, mind you. So, yeah, no, I'm sure those two might not ever be friends, I might venture to say. Christopher.
To tell you the truth, I'd imagine Jon Jones' pool of friends is pretty small.
Yeah.
He's,
yeah.
You know, when you're one of the best fighters on the planet, you kind of trade a little something for that. Maybe you're not the best
for sure. I think we've seen a lot of that with these documentaries coming out about Michael Jordan now. You know, there's definitely some...
God. Dude, I'm listening to this new podcast series about sports stars that turn out to be fuck-ups. Oh, man, most of these guys are violent as fuck. But, I mean, that's professional sports.
That is kind of professional sports. Before we move on from Jon Jones, we'll come back to Jon Jones. Let's recap the rest of this event here, because we had the main event was actually these two guys, Zan and Davalish.
Yep, Merab Dvalishvili versus Peter Yan, and Peter Yan used to be the belt holder at bantamweight at 135. And then he lost it to Aljamain Sterling, in a really stupid fight where Aljo was down and he kneed him in the head, and Aljo put on a Academy Award winning acting performance and got a belt for it. So actually, it was a belt winning acting performance, we shall say.
Wow.
So anyway, he got kneed while he was down, and he chose to take the easy way out. And he caught a lot of shit for that until the second fight. So they set up the fight again against Yan. And the second time, he actually straight up beat him. There was no shenanigans. He straight up beat Peter Yan. Like I said, Peter Yan's... He's lost 4 out of his last 5. Like, he used to be in the pound-for-pound rankings of top in the world, but I don't know, man, he's just kind of slipping recently. Not sure what's going on with him, but yeah, Dvalishvili, like, he was talking all this shit before the fight, like, oh, he's a Russian bully, and like, I'm gonna kick his ass for my country because he's from Georgia, and back in 2014.
Oh yeah, anyone anywhere close to Russia has history with them coming over and taking their shit and being a part of Russia at some point or another. So yeah, for sure, I'm sure he had some resentment towards the Russians.
Yeah.
Also, not surprising, Christopher.
Yeah.
Also not surprising. These two guys also don't like each other. Kind of weird. Didn't see that one coming.
Well, Well, so Peter Yan, he's not really the animosity type. He's just he's a pretty cool professional.
Cool.
But Marab was really trying to like sell the fight because he's not really a finisher. He's got like weaponized cardio. The guy's a machine. Like he attempted 49 takedowns. I
Jesus.
mean, it was a 5 round fight, but he went for 49 takedowns and Peter stuffed 38 of them.
Jesus, dude.
But still, enough got through for him to be effective and win the fight. He controlled Peter Yan.
Good for him.
And like I said, man, he's got insane cardio. He never stopped coming, and he looked like he could have fought another round or two after. He was like still looking pretty fresh. The guy's I mean, his nickname's the Machine. He's an absolute machine.
Good for him. I wish I had some
Yeah,
cardio, man. Cardio is not easily earned, man. Holy
dude,
fuck,
not at
dude. You
all.
gotta just put in like the hours, and then the cardio gods may or may not smile on you come game day anyway.
Oh,
It's
it's a lot of
crazy.
work, bro, dude.
Bro, but like you can put in the work, and sometimes it doesn't show up game day anyway. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Cardio is like a mental thing too. 100% a mental thing also. Like you got to be able to like when you're at that point where you're tired as fuck, like you have
yeah,
the mental
yeah.
capacity to tell yourself, no, we're not. We've been training our asses off. We're not tired right now. And that man probably has a fucking mind of iron, if I had to guess.
All right.
Anyway, Munoz and Allen threw down about it too. What do you guys say about those two?
Wait, who?
Munoz and Allen?
Oh, that's kind of down the card, but what about Valentina Shevchenko losing her belt to Alexa Grasso, dude? That was a big surprise because Valentina's been dominant for
Is she on this
years.
card, or is that a different event?
It was a different event, but it did happen recently, and
Okay.
it's noteworthy because Valentina hasn't lost in years, dude. Like
Right.
she's held that 125 women's belt for a long ass time. But see, she's been holding it so long, dude, that like girls started coming up, like studying how to beat her. And Alexa Grasso, dude, she had this plan where Valentina likes to throw spinning stuff. Like
Sure, don't make this fucking easy.
she likes to throw some spinning back fists. And in that second where Valentina was spinning around, Alexa Grasso jumped on her back. Just jumped on her back, sunking that choke, and just got her, dude.
Damn.
And what's crazy is after the fight, they showed footage of her training that in her camp. Like, that was not an accident. That was a plan.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing, dude. Like, they noticed a little chink in her armor and, like, oh, when she's spinning here, she's slightly vulnerable.
Crazy, dude. It all comes down to
Yeah,
those milliseconds, man. If you can make something happen in those milliseconds
absolute.
there, and it's
Yep,
all about acknowledging it and reacting.
yep,
Sets
that's
the
classic, dude.
elite away from the many, right?
Yep. So what's interesting is right now we have three Mexican champions.
I saw
We have
that.
we have Alyssa Grasso at 125. We got Brandon Moreno at 125, and Yair Rodriguez at 155. He just choked out Josh Emmett. He just triangle choked Josh, who's an excellent fighter and has crazy stopping power. Yeah, man, he took out Josh Emmett in the first round. It was pretty impressive.
Damn. So the Mexicans are dominating right now, huh?
They're coming for it,
Well, the
dude.
Latin Americans, man, like I feel like they're loaded with talent, and they're in situations, unfortunately, where they're desperate enough that they got to do stuff. Like fighting is a simple enough sport. Like you don't need shit for that. You just go out there and train, and then you get with
Well, I
other
mean,
people.
you need the time to train. I mean, if you have a job, you're not going to be able to train as much. So,
Right.
in the beginning of your career, when you're not quite at that stage where you're a complete professional, that's the hard thing. That's the tough part to
Yeah,
like
for sure.
keep grinding, keep showing up after work.
That's the thing is these guys are doing work before the gym. I mean, before work and then after
Oh
work.
yeah. Oh yeah.
They're
I mean,
sleeping very little. There's little time for family. They're living a very full life
yep,
before you
yep.
make it, and that's
I
not
have
even
all.
guaranteed you're gonna make it. That's a whole bunch of different professions you could say though.
Yeah.
Comedians, all kinds of people live like that.
Yep. True.
Hell,
True.
commission salesmen are like that too. You got well, I mean,
Well,
you don't have to. You got to put in the time. If you're not good at it, you're not making the money.
Well, the thing is with fighting, your window to like compete and make your money is only a handful of years. like, yeah, some of these guys have like 10-year careers, some of course even more. You know, like what's his name? The Brazilian guy, the older gentleman who just won the belt, Glover Teixeira. He just won a belt at what, like 43, 44. He won the middleweight belt, and that was actually was it the yeah, the light heavyweight belt. Yeah, yeah. So that was pretty cool. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, but that was a while ago. He lost it.
But either way, it's cool to see the UFC progressing along. Now, I did see, and I meant to pull it up, but we never ended up pulling it up. Was the first fight between these guys was Edwards and Usman. And what I'll say about that is I of course didn't watch this fight, but what I did see was a clip that came up on Reddit of Edwards' trainer just talking to him in that, I guess it was going into the fifth round or whatever it was, and he just laid it out. He was like, dude, you were gonna lose this fight if you let it go to the decision. Like, you have to find it within yourself right now to go win this belt. And Edwards just pulls out like an amazing kick. Just pulled that right out of his rectum, dude. But I really think that, like, that's a hell of a trainer, dude. He's able to get through to his guy in the fifth round when he's exhausted. And he just pushes through all those clouds of doubt, dude, and just gets through to his guy. And he's like, bro.
And you know what's wild about that, dude, is Edwards isn't even a finisher. He tends to win by decision. Like, he's an excellent fighter. And obviously he's been winning a lot to get to the title, but he's not like knocking dudes out. Like, that's not his usual thing.
And it was crazy, dude. That was one of the craziest finishes I've seen. Uzo was definitely not expecting it. Like, shit.
Oh man, and dude, he is so coming for this second fight.
He's so mad now, dude. This is gonna be a wild fight.
He knows I kicked his ass for 4 rounds before that head kick. He knows what he's getting.
Oh boy, because dude, honestly, he came on Rogan. I've heard him talk a couple times. That is not a guy I would want to fight, man. Holy fuck, he sounds like a not only badass motherfucker, but he obviously, as we mentioned with the other guy, Iron Mind.
Yeah, absolutely, and just generally scary looking. Like the Nightmare is a great nickname for him.
Absolutely, man. It's pretty scary. So Edwards is gonna have his hands full with that one. Yep. Who you taking there, Chris?
I'm actually taking Usman myself because I'm not an Edwards fan. Like I said, he's not a finisher. He's it's kind of not really my dude. I like dudes that aren't there to like safely control the fight for 15 minutes. I want to see someone win a fight.
Makes sense.
Not just like safely dominate an opponent.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You gotta have your preferences.
But I mean, if this is gonna start being his new thing, though, like, I don't know, we'll see what happens. It's hard to say. Oh, he's a finisher now.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, he's gonna have his fucking hands full with the Nigerian Nightmare. Best of luck to him.
Yep. Good, but yeah, I think Usman he's been thinking about this for too long, dude.
Wow, this card's stacked. They got Zan and Piera, number 2, going on too. Yeah. That's also for that belt.
Yeah, should be pretty good.
Wow, that's gonna be a good one. Who you taking there?
Who again?
Oh, you see my screen, Pierre and Alexandria.
Let's see. Pereira versus Adesanya too. Okay. So now, so that's fun to talk about because Alex Pereira has literally beaten Adesanya 3 times. Twice in kickboxing. I probably talked about this before, and then beat him in MMA to take his belt. And I think the first fight, Adesanya was dominating, and Pereira just knocked him out like late. And then the second one, I think he just dominated him and won that way. But then again in that last title fight, Adesanya was winning, dude, until Pereira just like came out and was like, "Nah, dude. Turns out I got your number."
Well, I guess we'll see if he seems still pretty confident on his own, so we'll see if he can bounce back. Holloway is getting another fight. I'm surprised about that, but
Yeah. Well, they're trying to bring up this dude Allen. He's really good.
okay.
And that's what you do. You feed the old lions to the prospects. And you know what? If they still got it and they can, hold them back from the gates, then more power to them, That's all good.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely,
if not, you're putting your man Allen over with a really good win. Holloway's a fucking quality win if you can beat him.
for sure, for sure. Well, did you have anything else to say about any of these upcoming fights? Anything else you want to get off your chest about the Slap League or about Dana
Oh,
White?
you know what's funny about the Slap League, dude, is the ratings were so bad. It was like 116th rated show on television that night, and this was the finale. They had done like a whole, Ultimate Fighter season of these guys in the house. I mean, I don't know what kind of training you do to slap someone. I didn't watch it, but there's a whole reality show about it if anyone does want to watch it. But anyway, so
No, I don't really want to. There's no part of me that has any interest in getting involved in this Slap League. Like, I just don't like the
you know,
anticipation of watching a guy about to get slapped
I
by
know,
like
dude,
somebody super super
really
strong, and
is.
could literally just knock him the fuck out. It's gonna be such a strong slap. Like, nah, I'm all set on that. That's weird.
Yeah, cause also, dude, like these guys know how to like turn
Yeah.
turn the bone like the blade of their hand, so they're delivering a karate chop to
Oh,
right on your chin, dude. And they
fuck
know
that.
they know how to land that little knob of bone on the end of your wrist.
Are these guys wearing mouth guards? Seems like a great way to lose
Yeah,
teeth.
yeah. They have mouth guards and they put earplugs in so they don't like bust their eardrums and shit.
But fuck
But
that. Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. That seems
dude,
crazy.
it's so weird. And you know what's fucked is Forrest Griffin is involved. Forrest Griffin is there like catching guys as they get knocked out. And dude, he's laughing. Now, I love Forrest Griffin, but dude,
What do you?
you're laughing as you're catching an unconscious man. Like, what is funny about that?
Kind of weird.
Maybe you gotta be there.
Maybe you got to be there, or maybe Forrest Griffin has a couple screws loose himself, getting punched a
Forrest
couple times.
Griffin's a sick bastard.
Bro, he definitely probably has his screws loose. Come on, man.
He's a savage.
He's
But
absolutely a
anyway, what are
savage.
you gonna do? I'm glad he's making some money.
Yeah. Good for him, man. Get after it, try to make some money. But anyway, this has just been a quick tune-in of Sports by Compion on these upcoming UFC events. There's fighting taking place, people. Violence almost every weekend. These guys don't really take a weekend off.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then when that's not going on, there's Glory Kickboxing. There's Bare Knuckle. My man Alan Belcher just won the heavyweight title in Bare Knuckle.
It's wild out there. Plus, Dana White's trying to bring up 100 other fight leagues. So, it's a busy
Well,
man.
Dana's not involved in that one.
Yeah, well, there's enough other promoters all running around. Like, I saw some guy here in Chicago just running some, like, small little promotion with some fights me and Rich went to go see some guys at his gym. And, like, dude, like, the promoter, like, it looked really cool. The dude's out there with, like, a full-on, like, suit jacket that was, like, all sparkly and shit. And, like, he was working it, working the mic, and, like, they had their shit together. Like, they were trying their best to be a little good fight promotion. And it's just, yeah, it's kind of funny to see. They're on the up and come.
Dude, I've seen some regional fights in Atlantic City. It's a lot of fun going to
Yeah.
local fights, dude.
Dude, you got the place, like, right in front of you? It's crazy.
Dude, it's a blast. It doesn't matter if you don't really know who the guys are.
No.
I mean, for me, they were from my gym, so I knew them, so that was cool. But
For sure.
even if you don't really know, or you know what, chances are they're dudes from your area, and you do kind of know these guys. You've seen them around.
If you go there enough, if you're involved in the culture, absolutely.
Right. Like this.
There's nothing like live sports events, dude. I've been going to a bunch of rugby games now because I bought season tickets for the Chicago team that moved here from the MLR.
Yep.
Hey, you guys step back into the camera. It's kind of blanked you out. I don't know if you did that on purpose.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, nothing like live sport events.
Yeah, dude. Even our boy Mayweather and Jake Paul like sports events. Did you see that? So they were both at a Miami Heat game.
Jake finally lost though, right?
What's
or
that?
or was it Logan?
Yes. No. Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, I think he's just trying to gin up some heat with Mayweather to possibly get something going between them. Mayweather is perpetually in that like I'm not all the way retired for the right guy.
Right.
I'll come out for like $50
I mean,
billion.
who wouldn't, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hey, you got 500 million? I'll come out for that. Why not?
All right, fine. I mean, if you guys
Yeah.
exist.
So they run into each other outside the venue, and Mayweather has like a 50 dude entourage. Like, not even kidding. He's got like two football teams with him, and
Wow.
yeah, somehow Jake Paul's not feeling the situation, and he spins around and takes off, and like all 50 of these dudes go tearing after him like a pack of hounds. It was pretty wild.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Straight Cowboy West shit? This is fun.
Dude, it was wild. There's like a pack of hounds chasing a deer. It was
Love
fucking
it. Love to
crazy.
hear about it. Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Because the
So
boys.
they're probably just trying to promote some shit, but hey, that's how you
Right.
do it.
Yeah,
That's how you
the
do it.
boys being boys. Love to hear it. Sounds like a
Yeah,
good time.
keep going.
Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up. Thanks for tuning in. Fucking Sports by Compian out.